Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 16th to the 22nd of September 2019. So we've had a very long and dreamy summer. Things haven't been easy, there's been a lot of intensity coming up, but the real purpose has been to journey deep within and to realign to where we're coming from, so that as we step forward into the autumn, we'll be centred and creating from the heart space. So we've had two very strong full moons. The first one was the one in Aquarius, and we've just coming out of the full moon in Pisces as well. And for me, these were the two prime full moons, window of time of the year to really do this realignment work, to really revise and rethink who we are, why we're here, where we're coming from, and what it is that we're creating. So that window's closing now as we get ready to step forward. And Saturn goes direct this week, so there will actually be time for putting things into practice. We've also had eclipses and Neptune retrograde. So all of this has been very watery, with the eclipses in Cancer, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, connecting with the recent Pisces full moon and tuning us into our soul desires, and to see the bigger picture rather than rushing forwards from the head. But all the cells of our body, our emotional intelligence, our intuition, to be able to listen to that, clean out our inner waters and be guided. So on Monday we have Venus and Mercury both crossing over the equinox point and going into Libra. Mercury is our mind and Venus is our heart. So the heart and mind coming into balance now at this very sacred time of year. Monday is a day to listen to what your heart's saying. And the whole of this week is a chance to put into practice what we've been learning, which is to lead from the heart and then apply the mind afterwards. Calming the mind chatter, focusing on truth and deleting negativity and limitation. So Venus and Mercury both travelling together into Libra, time to balance there, time to find harmony and recalibrate. While keeping in mind all the dreams that have come up over the last few months, the last 3 weeks especially. Lots of ideas, lots of excitement, real sense of connection and even devotion to where we're putting our energy and what it means. So keeping that very much in the ether for the beginning of the week, as Saturn turns direct on Wednesday and we'll actually be able to start to apply ourselves going forwards. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, just write down some final notes, visions, sketches, capture the essence of everything that's come up that you'd like to manifest over the winter, and get clear on some of the detail, get to the point of everything, as we will be able to actually start to make a plan fairly soon. So Saturn turning direct is very slow, so it's not like just by Wednesday everything will suddenly start to happen. In fact, Wednesday is a day to stop, as Saturn is actually turning in Capricorn, and we look to see what we've learnt over that retrograde phase. So Saturn's been retrograde since the very end of April, and April was another pivotal moment in this year. Middle April was a time when everything started to slow down and send us on that inward journey. So Saturn turning at 13 degrees, if you're following along with your chart, have a look at any planets, have a look at which house that's in, and have a look at that journey back to April to see where you've gone in to find the core self, the structure, the self-discipline, the self-reliance and the self-worth. Saturn is a very stand-alone energy, standing on our own 2 feet, not reaching out for things, not being pulled out, not giving out too much, but bringing everything into a strong and flexible centre. But by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and into next week, then the plan can form, so we can actually externalise some of that structure now, take the nebulous clouds of our dreams but actually put them into some form of structure, some form of plan. So things will start to be happening, and it's worth taking things slowly, one step at a time, and building a plan that's sustainable, something that will last over a long amount of time as well. So at this back to school time of year, it's often worthwhile making a plan that will see us all the way through to next May. As Virgo is the harvest cycle, we plant the seeds and then we reap the harvest 9 months later. So creating a loose structure of a plan with plenty of space to move and weave and change, and then starting to see how those dreams can be anchored into place to roll out, to flourish, to develop in their own time, but working together for a greater result. So a sense of reality begins to enter by Thursday, and the structure forms. Start to align in a direction, working from the inside out and following our guiding star. So this works really well with Venus and Mercury in Libra as well, because they'll be heart and mind aligned in the centre, Saturn strong and centred, and then bringing that structure from within. But the guiding star is important too, to actually know where we're going to, what the direction is. So that's worth meditating on Thursday. Where do you want to get to and why? And then start to point and focus some of our structure into a meaningful plan. But Saturn turning direct in Capricorn can also fall into the